Hey everybody, this is Barry Mankin here with Four Corners Environmental. Just want to show you a couple things here in this crawl space. This crawl space has had a little bit of work done to it, but in the summer times, especially, any history at all, if things aren't preventative, you're going to get some typical things that we see around ductwork related to the crawl space that we'll point out. We're here for a mold inspection, and as we look at this crawl space, we can see the vapor barrier is not taped any of the seams. That allows moisture to come up from the ground. So that should be sealed off, number one. Number two, all these wires that you see, plumbing, etc., any penetrations, including your ductwork, should be sealed at the floor. So that should be isolated so that no crawl space influence due to the pressurization of the house comes into the house. Number three, that dehue is not recommended for a crawl space. That is a homeowner grade dehue, not designed to be in a condition like this where it's always working. Subsequently, that is not on. But either way, those can heat up and create fires. We also have a fan down here, which is great for just dissipation of moisture as long as the conditions are right. In this case, the conditions are not right. We have actual mold growth. And because of that mold growth, you're actually going to blow those spores around. And if there's penetrations in the flooring or in this ductwork for any reason, it's going to come through there and then get into your living space. Make sense? Okay. Lastly, see all that? That is wet. So everywhere that you have your ductwork coming in on a floor, when you're not controlling this space at all with moisture and relative humidity, you're going to get condensation. That condensation is going to wick into your subfloor, and that's going to create mold. All right, you need food and water. Condensation is water. The food is your substrate, or in this particular case, your actual subfloor. But there is mold actually growing on some of the substrate as well. We've got 22% in the wood right now, in all the beams, which means high relative humidity. Here's another application. You can see the water actually dripping from there, and then the mold growth. So that just shows you how that works. If you're going to isolate like they did here where they did these walls, you want to make sure you got a good dehue application and you got that vapor barrier. It's part of encapsulation. So it's one or the other. Either you allow ventilation with a fan, or B, you encapsulate and you put a dehue in here to help, especially if you've got a package unit with, your HVAC lines underneath. They're just going to continue to sweat like crazy. So the drier you make it, the better off you're going to be. So if you're going to encapsulate, encapsulate. If you're going to allow airflow and you've got enough air space, your cubic square footage, that's okay too, depending on the conditions. You just need to get that evaluated and see what the best course of action is, and obviously budget. So hopefully all that helps. We need to remediate around these localized areas. The rest of it's not too bad. You could remediate, but as long as we get it dry here quickly and do these other prevention methods, you won't need to remediate necessarily in this particular case, other than spot remediation. But hopefully that helps. All right. Prevention is always the best method. Have a good day.